Hey everybody, this is just a quick video to a friend of mine, John, who posted something on Facebook that after I looked at it, I kind of disagree with some of the things in it. So I just wanted to make this video to explain how I'm feeling about it right now. Now, I still respect John a whole bunch. I just wanted to address the actual thing that he posted on Facebook. Okay? So I'm going to click on the petition here. Here is the petition, and it is on the We the People WhiteHouse.gov petitions website. Okay, it says ban creationism and intelligent design in the science classroom as federal law. Okay, so I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about why I disagree with some of the things in this. And I'm going to read it line by line to get there. So it starts, since Darwin's groundbreaking theory of evolution by natural selection, scientists around the world have found monumental amounts of evidence in favor of the theory. I agree with that. I think that evolution as a theory is the best explanation that we have for the evidence that we observe. Now treated as scientific fact by 99.9% of all scientists. Here's my problem with that. This is a whitehouse.gov petition, okay? And so it deals with Americans. So I'm going to first just address a Pew Research poll from 2009 that dealt with Americans, which says that out of scientists, not just the lay folk here, out of scientists, 2% actually believe in young earth creationism in America, and 8% actually believe in God-guided evolution or intelligent design, leaving 87% with a belief in evolution without God, specifically. So it's not 99.9% in the America which this petition would be about, legislating. No, it's 87%. Now, it's not even 99.9% if you take into account all of the scientists all over the world. Okay, you've got very huge pockets of spirituality that always like to intermingle their religious beliefs into their science, okay? Take the entire Muslim world. You think that none of them are scientists? Can't be considered scientists at least Monday through Friday when they're in their work week. I don't know which religious days they're observing on the weekend, but they compartmentalize, okay? Sometimes they do their hard science and sometimes they do their religion, and then you ask them questions about, well, do you think that evolution happened without God? And they're like, no, that was God's plan. Entire Muslim world you got to take into account here. That's, it's not 99.9%, no matter which larger population you want to draw from, be it the world or the United States of America. Saying 99.9% is, well, frankly unscientific, because the social science that went into this Pew Research poll and the Gallup polls and everything else you want to bring up shows otherwise, okay? Let's continue. However, even after 150 years after the establishment of evolution, okay, so you think that right after Charles Darwin proposed the theory of evolution by natural selection, that it was immediately accepted by everyone? Really? It's not even universally accepted now. It just maybe should be. Some schools across the U.S. are teaching the controversy, including creationism and intelligent design. Both of these so-called theories have no basis in scientific fact and absolutely zero evidence pointing towards these conjectures. So, I'm going to agree with the statement of no basis in scientific fact, because if you were to look at the empirical evidence and data, they don't have a leg to stand on. But when you go further than that and say, and have absolutely zero evidence pointing towards these conjectures, well, then you're not looking at other types of evidence, such as unacceptable evidence. Okay? Science relies on empirical data. Okay? Yeah. So you don't accept things like personal testimony or arguments from tradition and stuff like that. But personal testimony and an argument from tradition could be the basis of an evidence for somebody who lacks a foundation in critical thinking and doesn't know that you should not apply those types of evidences when you're in a science classroom. Saying that they have absolutely zero evidence whatsoever is ridiculous. If they thought that they had zero evidence to back themselves up, then they wouldn't be pushing for this, you know? But of course, they feel like they have evidence. What we need to do is teach them that their evidence is insufficient or it's in the wrong realm. But to say that they have zero evidence whatsoever is insulting to those people who feel like they do have evidence and you're just not listening to them. What you need to do is show them that their evidence sucks. These types of loopholes in our education are partially to blame for our dangerously low student performances in math and science. What the hell does creationism and intelligent design have to do with math? And you know what? There are some people that I know that do believe in young earth creationism that are better biologists than some biologists that are atheists. I'm just saying, especially with the math statement there, I find that statement completely confounded because as somebody who had a social science as one of his majors, I know that the breakdown of the family unit and that some types of traditional family units make their older children tutor their younger children and actually force their children to do their homework before they're allowed to watch television and stuff like that. That has a lot to do with math scores in particular. So, yeah. I'm really hating the guy that wrote this. He concludes, therefore we petition the Obama administration to ban the teachings of these conjectures that contradict evolution. Here's my problem. Just because this is a conjecture that contradicts evolution, something that you have as an established tradition in its own right, doesn't mean that we need to dismiss it outright. Okay? That is not the basis that we should dismiss something for. Many hypotheses that actually would be valid are based on the conjecture process first. We need to teach people how to refine their conjectures into proper hypotheses, but just because something contradicts evolution does not mean it should not be taught. And here's a good example. Every year in second grade, say, somebody is mixing vinegar and baking soda, right? And he's teaching a whole bunch of children the reaction between acids and bases, right? And before that, he's going to ask, what do you think is going to happen, right? And he's going to do this every year for the rest of his tenure as a second grade teacher. Each and every time he does it is important, okay? Just like each and every time we question the theory of evolution, it is important, okay? Science relies on repeatability and validation. Okay? Legislating facts is not the way to go. Okay? We need to show people through scientific evidence that these other theories that they're proposing are crap. Okay? Legislating facts is not the way science works. Science works by observing evidence through a filter that we call the scientific method. We don't push for laws to say, hey, we believe this because we've tested it a little bit and science has bore this out. So from now on, we never want to test this ever again with this other theory. No, that's not how science is supposed to work. This petition is anti-science, or at least the way science should work.